I guess for the next, 6, 8, 10 years, things are just kind of normal for us. We'd help Father out in the shop, or we'd be working in the fields with some of the other friends and families in the area. And then all of a sudden, Jesus, he started to change. It was little things initially, but he'd go away for, 3, 4, 5 days at a time. And he'd just be out kind of in a wilderness area. And then he'd come back and he'd start telling us stories. And he'd say, well, these are some of the things that the Father has told me. Like, excuse me? He's been in the shop the whole time. What do you mean the Father's been telling you? Well, along that time, Father got sick, and a short time after that, he passed away. So now it's Jesus in charge, and then me, and then the other brothers and sisters and mother, of course. And I remember this one time, things were really slow in the shop, and the fields were doing fine. So Jesus says, I'll be back in a few days. He comes back after about 3 days, and he had been, again, out in the wilderness and listening to the Father. And he comes back and he says, this is what the Father's been teaching me these past few days. And he starts sharing some things from the prophet Isaiah. And he says, Isaiah was talking about leading the lamb to the slaughter. And he's talking about how the stripes would heal us. He goes into this long story about Isaiah. I didn't understand what he was talking about then, but there was a day that I understood exactly what he was talking about.